Have you ever felt confident reading a passage on a test only to pick the wrong answer? You're not alone. Passage questions are usually designed with built-in traps that can catch even the most careful readers. And the ASVAB paragraph comprehension questions are no different. Welcome to the U.S. Military Test Prep channel by Study.com. My name is Sandra, and I'm an ASVAB text prep expert. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 5 reading mistakes that almost everyone makes. And stick around, because number 3 is the one that trips up even the smartest test takers. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to watch for, how to avoid it, and why these easy questions suddenly feels like brain teasers. Why? Trust me, once you start catching these mistakes, reading passages on the ASVAB will start to feel way more manageable. The ASVAB is used by all military branches: Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard. But here's what surprises a lot of people. The ASVAB isn't just one test. It's actually made up of 10 subtests, and each one measures a different skill. The ASVAB's paragraph comprehension and word knowledge sections are packed with tricky wording and tempting wrong answers. Once you understand how these questions are designed, you can spot the traps faster and avoid the mistakes that almost everyone makes. The first big mistake: reading too fast. Yeah, the ASVAB's time. So it's easy to feel like faster means better. But when you rush, your brain stops reading and starts guessing. And that's when you miss tiny words that can change everything, like rarely, barely, or only. Slow down, just enough to actually understand. Look for clue words like however, because, or in contrast. They tell you how the ideas connect. And those extra few seconds, they can save you a lot of easy points. Mistake number 2. Falling for distractor answers. These are sneaky. They sound right, but twist one small detail. If the passage says profits increase steadily and an answer says profits skyrocketed, that's wrong. It's close, but not exact. The ASVAB wants precision, not kinda right. So double check every word. If the passage doesn't say it or clearly mean it, it's not your answer. Okay, here's the big one. Answering too soon. You start reading, see a familiar topic, and think, oh, I know this one. So you pick your answer before you've even finished reading the passage. But here's the thing. The ASVAB loves to drop the real clues in random spots in the paragraph. It could be the first sentence, the last one, or split between 2 disconnected sentences. Literally, one sentence in the passage can change everything. This is what I usually see people do. They glance at the question and answer choices, then skim through the paragraph looking for keywords that relate. Once they find it, they think they got it, and what do you know? They picked the wrong answer. Why? Because the actual answer was in a sentence that didn't have specific keywords from the question or answer choices. I cannot stress this enough. Always read the whole thing first, then look at the question and answers. It feels slower, but it's faster in the long run. It's protecting your points because you'll get more right the first time. All right, hold on. We have a couple more. The 4th mistake is misunderstanding the question. You might get the passage right, but answer the wrong kind of question. Pay careful attention to what you're being asked for. Some want the main idea, which is like the central topic, what the paragraph is talking about. Some want a detail, what's literally being said in a statement, and others want what's implied. This will be things that are suggested, but not directly stated outright. Remember, main idea, the big picture. Detail, what's really stated. Inference, what's suggested, not said. Before you look at the answers, stop and ask, what is this question really asking me? And always look for extreme words like always or never. They're almost always wrong. Okay, the last mistake a lot of people make is ignoring context clues. You hit a word you don't know and panic, but the sentence is usually helping you out. If someone is praised for their sagacity and it mentions careful decision making, you can tell it means something like wisdom or good judgment. So look for those hints. Definitions, examples, or contrasts. The ASVAB gives you more help than you think. You just have to slow down enough to catch it. Now, what do you think the first step is to stop getting tripped up by those tricky ASVAB reading questions? It's simple. Take a practice test. This shows you exactly where you stand and highlights the areas where you keep getting fooled. Once you know your weak spots, you can make a plan to boost those skills. whether you've got 30 days or just a week until test day. Crossing your fingers won't just cut it. I'm zeroing in on the paragraph comprehension subtest of the ASVAB, but these strategies I'm about to give you can actually apply to all of the subtests. When it comes to prep for paragraph comprehension, it's not about reading more, it's about studying smarter. Focus your study time on short, targeted sessions, something like 20 to 30 minutes a day, working through practice passages, read, answer, review, repeat. And don't just check if you got the answers wrong. Figure out why. Did you rush? Miss a contrast word? Fall for a distractor? That's how to train your brain to slow down and think like the test. And if you want everything laid out for you, what to study, when, and how, check out study.com's ASVAB Prep course. It breaks down every question type, gives you guided practice, and tracks your progress so you know what you need to study. And you can even sneak in a lesson on your phone between classes or shifts. Most of all, stay consistent. Even a little progress every day builds confidence, because the goal isn't to read faster, it's to read smarter and walk into test day knowing you're ready. So that's the deal. 5 reading mistakes to avoid: skimming too quickly, falling for distractors, answering too soon, misunderstanding the question, and ignoring context clues. If you can avoid these mistakes, you'll see your reading scores jump immediately. These aren't skills you're born with, they're skills you can train. Teach yourself to read carefully, think strategically, and catch the sneaky tricks the test uses. And Study.com is here to help you do exactly that. From lessons and practice questions to full test simulations, our ASVAB Prep course is designated to meet you where you are and get you where you need to go. If this video helped you out, give it a thumbs up, and I'd love to hear from you, so drop a comment with any questions or topics you want us to cover. Don't forget to subscribe for more U.S. military test prep content. See you in the next video. You've got this.